This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, folks. I'm Damon Bruce. Monday Hoops coming up. It's going to be the Golden State Warriors up against the Boston Celtics. And now out to Boston with Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg.
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr as we get set to bring you all the action. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. First for the Warriors, Curry and Thompson, the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. And at the pivot, a terrific defender and all-around player, the Australian sensation, 7-footer Andrew Bogut. And there's Iguodala. And it's Lee in at the four-man position. And then for the Boston Celtics, speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley. And it's Kelly Olynyk out of Gonzaga, a 7-footer with inside-outside offensive skills in the middle at center. He's thrilled for this one. Everyone will be watching now how he does in his first NBA official game. And there's Green, and it's Bass in at the power forward position.
Not many teams, guys, in the East did very well against the West last season. And that in mind, you could call Boston's 14-16 record against the conference better than most.
And for the Celtics against the West, even in the shortened season, they were having a lot of trouble with some of the bigger lineups, Steve. More of the up-tempo teams out west.
Well, the Celtics were old and a little bit small, too. Kevin Garnett played center last year, so they played a lot of small lineups. And when you're small and you're old, sometimes, that's going to cost you, particularly on the road.
Thompson dishes to Lee. Back to Thompson. Lee outside. The pass to Iguodala. Golden State moving it around. From outside the arc. Here's Bogut. And that one's good. Bogut's got the first points up on the board for the Warriors.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
And the basket by Olynyk.
I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game. Getting the ball inside early.
Well, it worked to perfection there. I like the game plan. Get it inside, force the defense to react, and then play off your big men. Kelly Olynyk, a 7-foot junior, actually spent 4 years at Gonzaga. Well, couldn't crack the rotation early on, so he redshirted during his junior year. And boy, did that pay off. Had a fantastic final year at Gonzaga, and a very skilled big man who has a chance to be pretty good.
And Olynyk, a tremendous skill level for a 7-footer. Actually played point guard for much of his high school career before that dramatic growth spurt around his junior season in high school club.
Kevin, the growth spurt was 7 inches in 1 year, and I think that's part of why he needed that redshirt year at Gonzaga. You think about it, the way he improved his upside is pretty impressive.
And what I like about him, he needs very little time to get his shot off. If he has just a bit of room, that's all it takes. In a catch-and-shoot situation, he's going to let it fly.
And another specialty of his is the 3-ball from the corner. That's his signature shot.
Now here's Curry. Thompson, guarded by Bradley. The drive by Iguodala. Back to Thompson. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Now, here's Bass.
Hang time on that one. Puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
it's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert for Clark.
Gets the bucket.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
But Kevin, here's what the Celtics head coach had to say when we spoke just a few minutes ago. He said one of the key points for them defensively will be limiting the production of David Lee, adding, he's a guy who can score inside and out, plays with great energy, and his passing really opens up their whole offense. We've got to keep him off the glass and always see ball and man when he's got it. Basketball 101, Kevin. We'll see if they can execute.
Thanks, Doris. That's good.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it. Guys, they have to get a hand in his face.
Rondo kicks to Bradley. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The drive by Iguodala. Bogut with it. Now guarded by Olynyk. Outside Curry. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Rondo kicks to Bradley. Back to Rondo. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Just 5 to shoot. And they double up Rondo. Here's pass. Will it go? And the basket by Olynyk.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
Here's Iguodala. After the made shot from Olynyk. Backing down his lead. Here's Curry. Iguodala. Lee kicks to Thompson. The feed to Curry. Fires it up. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. 10 points for Steph Curry.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Gets it to go.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
They get it again. Here's Lee. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Warriors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First one falls for them.
Well, this Warriors ownership group has really energized the franchise. They've been very proactive. They purchased the D-League team from Dakota with plans to move them to Santa Cruz, about an hour south of Oakland. And in order to accommodate the team's home games, they built a new 3,000-seat arena in a matter of months.
Rondo with it. He's picked up by Lee. Wallace, the pass to Rondo. Back to Wallace for the three. The shot is off. And Golden State will come the other way. Here's Douglas. And that one's good. Douglas has got his first points of the game. And the Santa Cruz Warriors, as they've been renamed, have been a hit. You know, Clark leading the D-League in revenue, making the D-League finals last season.
And you know, with all of the D-League games now broadcast on YouTube, the exposure for players in the D-League is better than ever. And for the Warriors to have their D-League affiliate so close by gives them a much better opportunity to develop their young talent.
Back to Curry. Pass to Barnes. Some nice passing by Golden State here. With the shot. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Rondo against Douglas. Now here's Rondo. Lee outside. From 17 feet out. And too long on the shot.
Nice early advantage for them on the glass, guys.
You know, part of rebounding well early is just going after the ball and boxing out. I mean, establishing that tone so that you can maintain it later in the game.
34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Rondo against Douglas. Humphrey sets a pick for Rondo. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Rondo's got his second bucket of the game to go. Outside Curry. Pass to Lee. He feeds it to Barnes. Back to Lee. There's the dish to Douglas. Kicks it to Curry. There's the three. Can't get it to go. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Warriors. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Guys, the Warriors aggressively pursuing top talent this summer. They surprised many as strong contenders for Dwight Howard and did end up with an all-star acquisition in Andre Iguodala. He gives them an elite perimeter defender who can also create offense for them in a point forward role. And with their shooters, a great fit for his talents. This is a team not content to rest on its laurels, but constantly in hot pursuit of the best players in the game.
Such a terrific turnaround. Thanks, Doris.
Before his injury last season, it was quite clear that while the rest of the Celtics bunch could still hold their own, this would no doubt be Rondo's team moving forward.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Golden State. Curry can't get it to go. Dishes it to Barnes. Feeds it to Thompson. He kicks to Barnes. Curry outside. Another miss by Curry. And for Rondo and the Celtics, that actually explored trading him in the past. You always hear the rumors he butted heads with Doc Rivers, and they wondered if he was too individualistic. But now they hand him the keys.
Well, he's a tremendous player, Rondo, and a guy who can take over a game. And there have been times when he's been a little moody. We've seen him bump officials. He's gotten suspended. He's gotten into little tiffs with teammates. But I kind of like that feistiness, too, as long as it's channeled in the right way.
Warriors leading by 6. It's Thompson off the drive. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Curry against Rondo. Wallace. Back to Rondo. Lets it go from 11. It's rebounded by Curry. Curry's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Boston had a multitude of problems last season, but the one that seemed to be the most prevalent was the inability to score down the stretch of games. I mean, they were one of the worst teams in the league when it came to scoring in the fourth quarter.
Barnes dishes to Curry. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Celtics trail by 8. Wallace attacking. Outside for Rondo. Now Humphries inside. And he throws it down hard with one hand. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Olynyk is checked in for Humphries. Pass comes in for Gerald Wallace. And it's Avery Bradley in for Courtney Lee. And you think of Boston, and you think of all the storied players that have put on the green, all of them so clutch speed when the game was on the line, but that was the opposite for last year's Celtics.
It was, Kevin. It seemed like their scoring dropped off considerably in the fourth quarter. And a lot of that was just without Rondo after the injury. They couldn't generate offense individually. They had to rely on their ball movement. And as you know, defenses toughen up in the fourth quarter and down the stretches of games.
Both free throws good from Olynyk.
Well, the Warriors going to the playoffs last season for just the second time in 19 seasons, guys. Pretty incredible and remarkable, too. But it seems, as Mark Jackson said, that things be a-changing in the Bay Area, and for the better.
It's Curry outside and out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Curry against Rondo. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Rondo's got 4 points in the quarter. And for the Warriors, a scrappy, hard-fought win over the Denver Nuggets in 6 games. They also, Steve, gave the Spurs a lot of trouble in the second round.
They sure did. That series might have turned out a lot different if they hadn't collapsed in Game 1. But the Warriors showed tremendous resilience in bouncing back and really making that series so competitive.
Bradley kicks to Rondo. Green, guarded by Spates. Fades away. That misses off the backboard.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle. Yeah, and he's a bomber. I mean, that's what I love about him. He's as good a three-point shooter as you'll see. And course, has the green light to let it fly anytime he wants.
And Steve, he's earned a nickname that's familiar to anybody that's followed basketball, the microwave. There's no slow build-up with him. All he needs is one shot to go down, and he can set him off, turn him into a real scoring machine. He cooks with gas, not electricity.
You know, when he came into the league, everyone thought that Klay Thompson would be a great shooter, but I thought where he really improved last year and made strides was as a defensive stopper. He's got good size and strength.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Hi, Kevin. Well, David Lee, an all-star for the second time last season. He averaged almost 18 points, 11 boards, and 4 assists a game. In fact, he became only the 5th player in Warriors history to clear 17, 10, and 3. Lee said of his assist, quote, "Teams are giving me a lot of attention. A lot of times the natural thing is to find the open man. But," he added, "I don't care about numbers. I get satisfaction from winning." And Kevin, the Warriors did that, with Lee making the first playoff appearance in his career.
Well, Doris, they really established that culture, and I guess those guys are buying in. And speaking of Thompson's defense, something he's worked at diligently, Clark, in the offseason.
Yeah, an hour and a half a day, Kevin, on defensive drills. That takes a lot of discipline.
Isn't that something?
And while he's not an elite athlete, the footwork and length gives him a chance to defend positions 1 through 3 and do a solid job on quick point guards like Tony Parker even.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Azul. Lee comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Iguodala in for Harrison Barnes. Here's Iguodala. The rebound by Jeff Green.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Douglas with it. He's got 6. 6 on the shot clock. The tray. It's rebounded by Bass. Bass has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Shot misses. And we've reached halftime in this one. Warriors ahead.
Now, presented by Sprint. And it's halftime. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we return, a view of the beautiful skyline of downtown Boston.
You knew that at some point the window for the group of Celtics that had won a title was going to close. I mean, it was inevitable. But last year it seemed like they were going to go for one last hurrah as they added some depth and looked to reload for another run.
Rondo drives in. Olynyk. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one. Curry kicks to Lee. He dishes it to Thompson. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Still Celtics ball. Celtics trail by 8. Outside Rondo. Outside Green. The three-pointer is right on target. Green's got 5. And getting back to the Celtics and Rondo's injury, a lot of people expected them to start the rebuilding process. Ended up standing pat at the deadline, Steve. Even though there was, it seemed, a lot of interest.
You know, you want to give that group, KG and Pierce and Rondo, you want to give them another run. And they had their last hurrah. They didn't get it finished. And now you start the rebuilding project. So a lot of trades, a lot of movement over the summer. But I like the fact that they gave that club one more run.
Iguodala kicks to Bogut. Off target from three-point range.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
Rondo with the ball. And it's Iguodala picking him up. And it's blocked by Bogut. They get it back. And it's good. Bradley's got his second bucket. Now a timeout called by Golden State. Warriors leading by 3.
You know, Avery Bradley missed the first 3 months of last season after undergoing surgery on both shoulders, fellas. I mean, when Rondo went down with his ACL tear, Bradley stepped into the starting point guard role, and I thought performed very well. He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Bass passes to Rondo. Bradley. Clock at 4. And again, it's Boston converting. And for Bradley, a tremendous defender. And Steve, able to defend either the 1 or the 2.
Well, he's listed at 6'2", but he has incredibly long arms and quick feet. So he's strong enough to guard bigger players, but his best attribute is putting pressure on the ball. It's a nightmare just trying to bring the ball up the floor against Bradley.
One of the best on-ball defenders, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, no doubt.
And for the Warriors, unusual for a playoff team to be giving minutes to 3 or even 4 rookies, but that was the case last season. Barnes, Azili, Green, they brought in a rookie group with maturity that had done a good job of preparing themselves at the collegiate level, and all of them produced.
Jared Sullinger's checked in for Boston. Humphries comes in for Brandon Bass. Rondo kicks to Bradley. Pass to Sullinger. Offensive rebound. Back to Bradley. The pass to Sullinger. Outside Bradley. And there's the feed to Rondo. Pass to Sullinger. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Bogut. The drive by Lee. Ejected by Humphries. And it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up. The Warriors have missed 4 of their 8 free throws up to this point. Things not really going their way at the line yet.
Well, they were very pleased with their free throw numbers a year ago. They knocked down about 79% from the stripe as a team.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Boston. Sullinger dishes to Bradley. And it's sent back by Bogut. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Warriors leading by 4. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Thompson passes to Iguodala. And Thompson kicks to Curry. And again, no good by Golden State. For Boston, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Lee dishes to Bradley. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. And that'll be his third foul so far. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Avery Bradley. Now Sullinger. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Humphries the pass to Green. Here's Sullinger. Oh, that's blocked. Rondo with the steal. Back to Humphries. Bogut on him. From the baseline. Humphries with the bucket.
Oh, man, they needed a run to get back into this game, and they got it.
And a good one, defensively and offensively. It's been a terrific stretch for him. Story came out about Chris Humphries last year that basketball wasn't his #1 sport as a kid. He was actually one of the best swimmers in the country as a youngster. But basketball's worked out just fine.
That one goes. Count it.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Here's Lee outside. It's rebounded by Golden State. Lee's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Clark back to Humphries. He still holds the 10 and under record in the 50-meter and the 100-meter freestyle. Steve, I didn't know that.
Wouldn't you like to see Tim Duncan and Humphreys swim against each other? You know, Duncan used to swim as well.
Right, yes.
Childhood.
Yes.
So I say we put him in the pool. Let's see who the better man is.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Iguodala outside. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Thompson covered by Lee. Lee with the steal. And now here's Lee. A fast break opportunity.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Back to Curry. Pass to Iguodala. He feeds it to Curry. Kicks it to Bogut. Back to Curry. And the Warriors take on 2 more.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals. I mean, they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, a great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
And it's Rondo penetrating. And there are the Celtics with another basket. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Warriors lead by... We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
How about the three-point shooting we're seeing so far, guys? Amazing.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
Celtics trail by 3. And it's Lee penetrating. And it's blocked by Curry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. The Warriors making a switch here. The Warriors shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. He passes to Ezeli. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Festus Ezeli taken with the final pick of the first round in 2012. And he's a raw, athletic, 6'11" big man out of Nigeria by way of Vanderbilt University. Boy, I tell you what, I love his size. It's now all about improving the skill level, and with his work ethic, I think it's just a matter of time before that happens.
Bradley kicks to Rondo. Wallace outside. Back to Rondo. Rondo off the pick from Sullinger. 5 to shoot, and Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. David Lee's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Now here is Humphreys, defended by Ezeli. Shot clock at 6. The drive by Green. And Steve, for Ezeli, a good offensive rebounder, a capable defender, but offensively not much help.
Well, he can get better, no question. He just needs to be able to catch and finish off those pick and roll plays. He's never going to be a great shooter, but defensively and on the glass, that's where he really makes an impact.
The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul, second team foul.
Green, the pass to Wallace. It's rebounded by Golden State. They've led by as much as 10. Ezeli dishes to Thompson. Curry backing down. Thompson. A 3-ball. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Thompson's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Warriors. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Bradley kicks to Rondo. Into Wallace. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Harrison Barnes. Here's Curry with the 3. Gerald Wallace grabs the miss. The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That's foul number 2 for him. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Golden State. Rondo kicks to Bradley. Tries it from 19. Warriors with the rebound. Lee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Iguodala's drive. That drops. And the Warriors lead by 5. Celtics have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one made. Green, the pass to Wallace. Bogut on him. Outside for Rondo. Rondo is doubled. Now the dish to Humphries. Back to Rondo. Shot clock at 5. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, one of the worst things to see is a young, speedy, dynamic point guard go down with a torn ACL. It happened to Derrick Rose in 2012, and last year, Rajon Rondo was the victim.
Olynyk, he's checked in for Gerald Wallace. Curry kicks to Thompson. And the Warriors get it back. No good from Bogut. Celtics trail by 4. Bradley dishes to Rondo. Feeds to Olynyk. Back to Rondo. The Celtics working the ball around now. Bradley drives in. Lee with the block.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
Oh, that ACL tear for Rondo and Derrick Rose, both of them on pretty innocuous motions. No contact to speak of. Moves they make 100 times a game, Steve, but both got caught.
Yeah, that's often the way that injury happens, though, without contact. So, difficult year for Rondo. Hard to say, how he could have avoided an injury. That's not happening. The main thing is just fighting to get back, get your knee right, and get going again.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points. Curry kicks to Thompson. Dishes it to Lee. Back to Thompson. Passes it to Curry. Hits the 3-point bomb. And it's a 9-point Warrior lead.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today, Steve.
I'll say the defense has been ineffective trying to run shooters off that 3-point line.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, the head coach for the Celtics, had some instruction for his guys during that break. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys, way too many open shots for them beyond the 3-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Brandon Bass is checked in for the Celtics. And it's Rondo penetrating. Here's Olynyk. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 10 points for Kelly Olynyk.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Iguodala outside. He kicks it to Thompson. Back to Iguodala. He dishes it to Curry. Now the pass to Iguodala. Now the feed to Thompson. Lee. Iguodala outside. Pass to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. And another 3 for Golden State.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been 3-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on the closeout. Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
Lee outside. Outside Curry. Pass to Thompson. He feeds it to Lee. Curry. He's covered by Rondo. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Back to Thompson. Curry. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Now it looks like their comeback hopes are out the window. I think this lead is safe now.
Yep, this one's a done deal.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Bradley. 3-pointer. They get it back. And here's Bass. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line. First free throw is good, and that turns the lead to 6. And so Bass nails both of them. And they go to the intentional foul. Now Lee, and an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 7. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, they can game plan all they want, but there's not enough time left for them to come back and win this game.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure exactly what they think they're going to pull off here.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports.
Ooh, babe.